Buradam. One of them all the way up northern side. Influence Kemin also playing from Severny will have to push down south.
Some serious hesitancy here from any team that was going to try and move on to Inco. Worried that there's a separate team over in those houses to the west of them. 4 AM, currently having a cracker game so far. 3 eliminations, but great spot in the circle. Controlling a lot of teams. Svan tries to run down Potato here.
Kengzo around the side, and actually Silas is found. Buradam sweep S2G away. A chance for Inco to end their day high and be able to take that spot back. Currently 12 points behind with the eliminations added on for S2G. And the placement points will start to add up as well. So they're going to need about 15 points on this game. Maybe a little bit more if they're lucky. Nenebete and the rest of the squad are back to full fighting force. They were down to just the one player earlier, but Influence Kemin looking to try and play spoiler. Unfortunately, it's just not going to go their way. Players falling left and right around them. They're picking up these points. Lil Boy finds Nenebete, and Becca goes super, super low. Will get taken down, but these reses can come through unless T2K deal with Wolves early and move in to try and go for this third party. Rig, shots over towards Memory, already knocked and Beautiful, still going somehow. I thought they were going to be done for near shooting range, but no, they are going to keep on trucking. Buradam on the east, they took care of S2G, current top dogs, and now they're going to turn their attention to everybody else.
Raz straight through the middle. Beautiful looking to take on the entirety of Buradam. Finally looking to step up just a little bit here. 6 eliminations so far, seeing them pretty on 65 at the moment. A little bit behind Fireflux and S2E, STE in 12th and 13th place. Stalwart still in the game, central spot. T2K though, rocking up on Inco as 4, and they're split at the moment. This could be great for them.
They've already managed to get one flush. Vitali, you do not get this one back. Just squash now remaining as Becca fell earlier. Nenebete, Rezable. T2K not wanting to cross the road just yet. Don't want to reinvest. Instead, they're going to establish themselves. Godlike Stalwart further south of them. There's a lot of 4-player teams that they need to worry about.
Let's see. Still taking shots up towards that northern side. I think a lot of teams aren't really putting a lot of precedent on those compounds anymore. The amount of central shifts we do see towards this end game, towards the late game in stage 6, stage 7, stage 8, it's likely at some point it will head back down over towards Stalwart, barring some crazy shift, but that's it. Down towards 4 AM, Buradam and Stalwart. Inco will have to leave, so will T2K. Still a decent result for Inco. Towards that top 5 once again.
Godlike Stalwart really with a chance to get themselves in the game. Inco still a little bit lacking to take that top spot back from S2G to end their day. But either way, they will be right in that conversation for tomorrow, Blank. It's going to be real tight at the top.
Yeah,
it's all but done here. T2K rolling on around now, want to take this fight. They paused it for a while. They allowed Inco to get back to full HP, but now they have shots through the windows from across the road and nades pouring in on the close range from the duo that they sent through. Rig on the back with 2 nades in pocket. Legend launching them in. Hopefully looking for the golden arm there. Wants to put another in the windows. Nenebete playing on that ground floor. Top floor position as well. Looks like Godlike Stalwart might have some angles onto the outside here. So T2K do need to be a little bit careful. They can't really afford to push too hard, but unless they're going to commit, there's already a knock onto their backline, and they do need to slow things down just that little bit. Godlike Stalwart making this really tricky.
T2K wants to leave this position, but Inco knows just the same. They can stall this out for a long while, potentially even get a 4th place off the back of this one. Nenebete has to pull out something big, but the drop shot isn't quite there.
How on earth did he manage to hold that one out? The push is good. Nenebete able to play around perfectly. And Squash looks for a second. T2K faltering. A 3rd goes down, and it's just Jane. It was all in the palm of their hand, and it slipped away. Inco playing as smoke. So difficult to catch. You just can't contain it. They rack up points. They move further in and deeper towards the top. They will try and fling themselves up to try and overtake S2G, but Squash going down leaves just Nenebete, a powerful player, sure. But what can he do from here? With nades pouring over the top, you've got to imagine this is going to be close to it for him.
Jane looking for that revenge. That last bit of redemption he can give for the rest of his team. Already picked up Squash, so should have sightlines down towards Nenebete. That's Legend going down to the play zone, and Jane will have to move out from that outpost soon. Nenebete drops a lot of smoke, so we'll keep him in cover for a while, but Jane's got nothing left. It's not spraying in the right direction, and somehow, some way, Inco gives them the Uno Reverso.
Four teams alive, rather, 13 players. And Inco have picked up a whole bunch of points for their position. Nenebete, a star from the Brazilian region, giving them such a platform to play from. But now has it all to do against 3 full squads. Needs to play them off against each other masterfully. It's the only way this happens. The circle does go a little bit his way, but Buradam are rolling straight on in and out into the open field. They might just get cut down here, and with any luck, Nenebete will be able to pick up 1 or 2 of them as well. Nenebete, he turns it on, and Tiger falls as well. He's going to get shot out by the rest of Buradam, but he has cover from the range, and there's no way that they can push him with Godlike Stalwart right above him.
Only 1 first aid kit, but Nenebete's held his own, and 7 eliminations. Inco going much further. This is an incredible turnout for Nenebete. Once again, this is what he was always known for. These endgame pushes as a solo player. Like you said, have to play each team off one another. Pretend he's not there, act like the mosquito in the mist.
Made long from 4 Angry Men, but Sky Only is not playing on the rock, nor the burnt out buggy. Nenebete will have to move from his stronghold that he's managed to establish so far. Doesn't have too much time to play with. Action, shots over towards Svan, tags 1, and a lot of damage found. Unfortunately, he's not going to get the knock for them, but will pause on everything else. Nenebete now having to move. There is no other option. 4 teams remain. Maybe a miracle can happen, but you've got to imagine it's just not really very likely, even for a player like Nenebete. Managed to get a bit of a resupply going. Dropping it through. Smokes are there. Has got first aids back on board with the resupply. Does not have much to operate with. 2 smokes do bloom, and he moves on up the roadside a little bit closer to Godlike Stalwart.
And nade as well, he keeps on throwing them. You say anything about Nenebete, but say that he's determined. This is very good stuff. The fact that he carries on going, takes a bit more damage. Well, first aid kit, that one up. I think that's the last one left for him.
No, he's got 2 more behind actually there. He managed to get that resupply.
He might just be able to get in the circle here, you know, John.
The player that rocked up does need to shimmy a little bit further. You can see he's being ticked pretty heavily. There is a vehicle there that he can use as cover. And Godlike Stalwart will have to be careful. 4 Angry Men have shots out that way, and finally Kengzo puts a stop to Nenebete's run. With 3 teams remaining now, we are into double-digit placement points. Godlike Stalwart, 4 Angry Men, and Buradam, who needed a strong performance. You said you wanted it. Max said he wanted it. This is a team that has shown up before. With 2 players, can they do it again?
Kengzo was just so good, but Stalwart rocking up on top of 4AM, who have an absolute stalwart hold over on this side. 1 casualty down, and it looks like Buradam's going to go for the third party, the massive third party, the Molotov. Everybody's burning. There's so many nades. Now just Good Xiao left remaining. 1 from Stalwart, 1 from 4AM, and Buradam's looking to close this out.
They might be able to just move through with a duo. Top launches another nade, wants to pinch away the points if he can. Ching Chen going low, the bleed out. Good Xiao so low to it, but Sky Only is close. Wants to put the Molotovs in, but I think that might have dropped short. Down go 4 Angry Men, and now 2 versus 1. Godlike Stalwart picked up a load of those points, but 10 eliminations for Buradam. A chicken dinner at this juncture could put them back in the running if they can keep it together. 1 player now left. Top looking for the res onto action. In comes the roll down for Kengzo. Crashes into the vehicle, launches a teammate high, and Kengzo's good for 1. Top now, 1 versus 2 into the upside down vehicle.
He's in
they
it.
spray around it. Kengzo, does he spot it? He does! And it is Buradam to light it up for the last game of day 2.
Top trying to pull out the cheekiest move we've seen all tournament as he's upside down like a bat in there, but Buddhadam did not bat an eye themselves to just